I welcome you all to our 11th standard business maths video class. I hope you are all good and safe. Last class we have learned some problems from the exercise 6.1 based on average, marginal cost, average profit and all. Today we are going to continue the same exercise with the same concepts, where 1 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 5 determine the elasticity of demand. Here we are going to find the elasticity of demand. As we know, the elasticity of demand equal to minus p by x into dx by dt. Here we are going to use this formula for our required answer. Now, I am going to differentiate the given function x equal to 25 by p power 4. Before differentiate this, I am going to bring this p power 4 into the left numerator. So, our x will be x equal to 25 p power minus 4. Now, I am going to differentiate this x with respect to p. So, dx by dp equal to 25. Here we have p power 4 minus 4. So this is of the form x power n. So the derivative of x power n is n x power n minus 1. Similarly, here we are having n as minus 4. So, by using this property, x power n, the derivative of x power n is n x power n minus 1. By using this technique, our p power minus 4, the derivative of p power minus 4 will be minus 4 x p power minus 4 minus 1. So, minus 4 p power minus 5. So, the next step would be minus 4 divided by p power 5. So, the derivative of this term is minus 4 by p power 5. Our dx by dp is minus 4 by 20 p power 5. Now I am going to find the elasticity of demand equal to minus p by x into dx by dp. Now this is equal to, now minus p, what's our p? We don't know what is p, divided by x. What's our x? 25 by p power 4 into dx by dp. Dx by dp is the reciprocal of dx by dp. Here we are having dx by dp as minus 4 by p power 5. So, minus 4 by p power 5. Now this is equal to minus into minus plus. So this p power 5 will move to the numerator. So we will have p power 5 by 25 into 4 by p power 5. So p power 5 will get cancelled. Here our dx by dp is 25 into this one. So we will have 25 over here. So we will have 25 will get cancelled. What's the remaining? 4. So 4 is the required answer. Look at the 12th sum. The demand function of a commodity is P equal to 200 minus dou by x dou by 100. And its cost C equal to 40x plus 120, where P is unit price in rupees and X is the number of units produced and sold. Determine the profit function, average profit at an output of 10 units, marginal profit at an output of under 10 units, and the marginal average profit at an output of 10 units. Here we are going to find 4 things. Before that, we can write the given information. What's are given? Our demand function. Our demand function is P equal to 200 minus x by 100. And then our cost is C equal to 40x plus 120. We are going to find the profit function. If you want to find the profit, first we should know the revenue. If you know the revenue, you can easily find the profit by subtracting revenue minus cost. First I am going to find the revenue function. As we know, the revenue equal to P into X. Here we are going to find revenue R. Revenue R of X equal to P into X. So what's our P? 200 minus X by 100 into X. R of X equal to 200 into X, 200X minus X into X square by 100. We got our revenue function. We got our revenue. Now I'm going to find the profit. Profit function. Profit function equal to revenue minus cost. If you subtract revenue and cost, we will get the profit. So profit function equal to revenue minus cost. So profit function equal to revenue. What's the revenue? 200x minus x squared by 100 minus cost. What's our cost? 40x plus 120. Now this is equal to 200x minus x squared by 100 minus 40x minus 120. Now this is equal to 200x minus 40x. So our x term is 120x minus x squared by 100 minus 120. So our profit function is 160x minus x squared by 100 minus 120. We are going to find the average profit at output of 10 units. It means that average profit at x equal to 10. If you want to find the average, we should divide the remaining by x. Here our remaining is profit. So profit over x. Now this is equal to profit. What's our profit? At 160x minus x square divided by x squared by 100 minus 120 whole divided by x. So this is equal to x will get cancelled. So 160 minus, here will get 1x cancelled. So we will have x by 100 minus 120 by x. So our average profit is 160 minus x by 100 minus 120 by x. Now we are going to find average profit at an output of 10 units. So we are going to substitute x as 10 in average profit. So 160 minus x. 10 by 100 minus 120 by x. 10. Now the next step would be 160 minus 1010 will get cancelled. So 1 by 10 minus 1010 will get cancelled. So 12. So 160 minus 12. 160 minus 12, 148 minus 1 by 10 is 0.1. So this is equal to 147.9 rupees. We got our average profit at x equal to 10 is 147.9 rupees. Now the next one, to find the marginal profit. Marginal profit equal to, if you want to find the marginal, we should differentiate the remaining. Already told you, if you want to find the marginal, we should differentiate the remaining. Here we are having profit as a remaining, so we should differentiate the profit. That's it. So d by dx into profit. So this is equal to 60x minus x squared by 100 minus 120. Now this is equal to, now I'm going to differentiate this profit. So we'll have 160 into the derivative of x is 1, the differentiation of x is 1 minus the derivative of x square is 2x. Divided by 100 minus the differentiation of the constant is 0. Now this is equal to 160 minus 1 times 50 times. So x by 50. We got our marginal profit as 160 minus x by 50. Now we are going to find when the x is 10, our marginal profit. When x equal to 10, our marginal profit is 160 minus, instead of x I am going to put 10 by 50. Now this is 160 minus 1 by 5. Now this is equal to 160 minus 0.2. 1 by 5 is 0.2. Now this is equal to rupees 159.8 rupees. We got our required answer. Now we are going to find the fourth. Marginal average profit equal to, if you want to find the marginal, we should differentiate the remaining. So d2 by dx into, here we are having the remaining as average profit. Now this is equal to d2 by dx into, what's our average profit? Our average profit is 160 minus x by 100 minus 120 by x. Okay, now I'm going to differentiate this. So differentiation of the constant is 0 now. So 160, the derivative of 160 is 0 minus the derivative of x is 1 by 100 minus, here we can write 120 by x as 120 x power minus 1. So 120 into the derivative of x power minus 1 is minus 1 x power minus 1 minus 2. So 120 into minus 1 into x power minus 2. So this can be written as 120 into minus 1 by x power 2. So minus 120 into minus 1 by x square. So this is equal to minus 1 by 100 minus and minus plus 120 by x square. Okay. So marginal average profit at x equal to 10 is, this is equal to minus 1 by 100 plus 120 by x square. Instead of x I am going to put 10. So our x square is 100. So this is equal to, here our denominators are same. So we can write it as common. So 100. This is 100 minus 1 plus 120. So 119. So this is equal to, if we divide this, we will get 1.19 rupees. We got our required answer. Now look at the 13th. Find the value of x when the marginal function of y equal to x cube plus 10x square minus 48x plus 8 is twice the x. Here, what's are given? Marginal function of y is twice the x. From the given, we are going to find the value of x. So, before that, we can write the y. So, what's our y? Y equal to x cube plus 10x square minus 48x plus 8. First we are going to find function of this y. First we are going to find the marginal function of this y. So dy by dx. If you want to find the margin of anything, just you should differentiate, that's it. So dy by dx equal to, here I am going to differentiate the function. So x power n is n x power n minus 1, no. So the derivative of x power n is n x power n minus 1. So by applying the result, we will have 3x square plus 10 into we will have 2x minus 48 into derivative of x is 1. Plus derivative of constant 0. So dy by dx equal to 3x square plus 20x minus 48. We got our the derivative, or we got our marginal function of the y. Now what's the given? The marginal function of y is equal to 2x. So marginal function of y dy by dx is equal to 2x. This is what our given information. So we are going to substitute dy by dx as 3x square plus 20x minus 48 equal to 2x. Now I am going to bring this 2x into the left side. So we will have 3x square plus 18x minus 48 equal to 0. Now I am going to divide the whole equation by 3. We will have x square plus 6x minus 16 equal to 0. Now we can solve this equation by just splitting the middle term part. So we will have minus 16, 6. So 8 minus 2. So we will have x plus 8 into x minus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 8 or x equal to 2. We got our x value. Y equal to 3x into x plus 7 divided by x plus 5. Plus 5. So that the marginal cost decreases continuously as the output increases. Here we have to prove the marginal cost decreases continuously as the output increases. In order to show our required results, it is enough to prove the dy by dx is positive. If we prove dy by dx is positive, then we can conclude the marginal cost decreases continuously as the output increases. U dash minus v dash divided by v square. If you want to find the derivative of u by v form, what we have to do? First we have to keep the v as it is, and then we have to differentiate u. Minus, we have to keep u as it is, and then we should differentiate v, the whole divided by v square. So if you want to differentiate u by v form, you should keep the v as it is, and then you should differentiate u, and then you should put minus. Then you should keep the u as it is, and then you should differentiate v. then you should put dou by v square. That's it. You should know the u by v form. Suppose if I have the function in the form u v, so what we have to do? The derivative of u by v is u v dash plus v u dash. That's it. Suppose if I have u v w, the derivative of this term is u dash or u v w dash plus u v dash w plus u dash v w. That's it. At a time we can differentiate one thing, one term, one function. Now I am going to find dy by dx. That's it. If we get dy by d as positive, then we can conclude our marginal cost decreases continuously as the output increases. Now look at the problem carefully. Y, before differentiating this y, I am going to make small change. dy equal to 3x into x. I am going to rewrite the 7 as plus 5 plus 2 divided by x plus 5 plus 5. Now this is equal to 3x into, now I am going to grouping this two terms as a single term. So x plus 5 divided by x plus 5 plus 2 by x plus 5 plus 5. Now this is equal to 3x into, these two terms will get cancelled, so we will have 1 plus 2 dou by x plus 5 plus 5. Now I am going to multiply this x with the term, so 3 into x into 1 x plus 2 into x 2x divided by x plus 5 plus 5. This is our y. Now I am going to differentiate the y. So what's our y? Y equal to 3 into x plus 2x divided by x plus 5 plus 5. Now I am going to differentiate the y. Now our dy by dx equal to 3 into the derivative of x is 1 plus, here to differentiate this we can take the numerator as b, the denominator as b. You can take the numerator as, here the numerator and the denominator are differentiable, so we can take the numerator as u, the denominator as b. So you can use u by v form. The derivative of u by v is v u dash minus u v dash divided by v square. So first I am going to write v as it is, so we will have x plus 5 into u dash. We should differentiate u, so we will have 2 minus. Now we should write u as it is, then we should differentiate v. So here we are having v as x plus 5, the derivative of this 1 plus 0 divided by v square. So x plus 5 whole square plus the differentiation of the constant is 0 now. So the differentiation of this 5 is 0. Now this is equal to 3 into 1 plus x plus 5 into 2, 2x plus 10. Here we will have minus 2x divided by x plus 5 whole square. Now this is 3 into 1 plus, these two terms will get cancelled, so 10 by x plus 5 whole square, which is greater than 0. Here we got our dy by dx as greater than 0. It means that dy by dx is positive. So we got our dy by dx as positive result. So we can conclude our marginal cost decreases always when the output increases. It's a very important problem. Now look at the problem number 15. Now we are going to differentiate this with respect to p. So dx divided by dp equal to derivative of the constant is 0 minus derivative of p is, here we have p. So dx divided by dp equal to minus, we are going to find the elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand equal to minus p by x into dx divided by dt. Now this is equal to minus p. We don't know what is p, divided by x. What's our x? 10 minus p into dx divided by dp is minus 1. So this is equal to elasticity of demand equal to minus into minus plus. So we have p by 10 minus p. So we got our elasticity of demand as p by 10 minus p. Now we are going to find when p equal to 6. Our elasticity of demand equal to p by 10 minus p. Instead of p, I am going to put 6. So this is equal to 6 by 4. Now this is equal to 3 times 2 times. So 3 by 2.5. So 1.5, which is greater than 1. So we can conclude our elasticity of demand is elastic. Equilibrium quantity. For the following functions, demand x equal to, here our demand x equal to 100 minus 2p. Then supply x equal to 3p minus 50. We are going to find the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. At equilibrium, demand equal to supply. Already told you. At the equilibrium, the demand equal to supply. So what's our demand? 100 minus 2p equal to 3p minus 50. Now 100 minus plus 50 equal to 3p plus 2p. Now 150 equal to 5p. So 1 times 3 times. So p equal to 30. So our equilibrium price is rupees 30. Now I am going to substitute p as 30 in the supply. So here our equilibrium price is 30. So now we are going to substitute p as 30 in the supply. So x equal to 3 into instead of p 30 minus 50. So this is equal to 90 minus 50. So this is 40. Our equilibrium quantity is 40. Now look at the 17th sum. Given, what's our given? X equal to 6000 minus 30p. Then our cost equal to 72,000 plus 60x. Here we are going to find the output, level of output and price at which the profit is maximum. As we know, the profit is maximum when marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. So we are going to find the marginal cost and marginal revenue. In order to find the output, before finding the marginal revenue, we should know what is revenue. So revenue equal to p into x. No, so we should know the value of p. So from this I am going to find p. So x equal to 6000 minus 30p. Now 30p equal to 6000 minus x. Now p equal to 6000 divided by 30 minus x by 30. Now p equal to 1 times 2 times 10. So 200 minus x by 30. We got our P. Now we are going to find the revenue. Revenue equal to P into x. So we'll get 200x minus x squared by 30. We got our revenue as 200x minus x squared by 30. Now I'm going to find marginal revenue. If you want to find the marginal, we should differentiate the remaining. So d by dx into revenue. So 200x minus x squared by 30. Now this is equal to 200 minus 2x by 30. 1 times 50. This is equal to 200 minus x by 50. Or the marginal revenue is 200 minus x by 50. Now I'm going to find the marginal cost. So marginal cost equal to, what's our cost? 72,000 minus 72,000 plus 60x. So the differentiation of cost will be 0 plus 60. So our MC is 60. Now I'm going to equate MC equal to MR. So 260 equal to 200 minus x by 50. Now x by 15 equal to 200 minus 60. Now x by 15 equal to 140. Now our x equal to 140 into 15. So this is equal to 2000. So our output is 2100. 200 minus x by 30. No. Now we are going to substitute x as 2100. So P equal to 200 minus 2100 divided by 30. So this is equal to 10 cancel 1 times 70. As we know, the average cost is minimum when the average cost is equal to marginal cost. Here we are going to find the level of output at which the average cost is minimum. So as we know, the average cost is minimum when average cost is equal to marginal cost. We are going to find average cost as well as marginal cost. So what's our cost? C equal to x cube minus 12x square plus 48x. Now we are going to find average cost. So average, if you want to find the average, we should divide the remaining by x. Here we are going to divide the cost by x. So we will have x square minus 12x plus 48. Now our marginal cost will be, if you want to find the marginal cost, what you have to find? We have to differentiate the marginal. We have to differentiate the remaining. So 3x square minus 24x plus 48. Now AC equal to MC. 3x square minus 24x plus 48 equal to x square minus 12x plus 48. 48 will be cancelled. So what's the remaining? 3x square. Now I'm going to bring this x square to the left side. So we'll have minus x square minus 24x plus 12x equal to 0. So we'll have 2x square minus 12x equal to 0. We can divide the whole equation by 2. We will have x square minus 6. 6x equal to 0. From this we can take x as a common. So x minus 6 equal to 0. So our x will be x equal to 0 or x minus 6 equal to 0. x equal to 6. We got our required answers. Thank you.